And good side, this is Poplar Avenue and Ginmo Avenue. There is in autumn gathering many people. Second one is a public space. Of course, public space is able to everyone coming and using space like a plaza and park in the city. Third one is building setting for the campus people. This rule is able to make a cozy space in the campus. People could use rest and talking about each other, and building setting propose good scenery. In the city, this way of thinking is lacked of. So we have to make a model of urban space in a campus. And also, there is correspondence and relation with local society and community. We have to create a various place for the public participation and satisfy need of local community. We have a hospital, and there is a kindergarten in the campus, and there are many symposiums. And also in summer, there is like a farmers market. On the other hand, university is always developing for our future. So we have to matching and innovating the existing condition for the future development needs. We have toward the north campus, there is a north campus existing situation. There is many new facility, new laboratory in the toward the north. So one of the most important points of sustainable campus, we have to make a good relationship between campus and regional community. I can imagine already you become conscious of the importance of relationship when we created sustainable campus. I introduce another couple of slides. As you already know, currently that is a reference and most used to describe the concept of sustainability is three-dimensional. There is environmental needs, society needs, and economic needs. This figure shows that the item come to overlap when thinking about sustainability in campus and cities. There are many components. This side is here is mainly consideration item of university like education, research, knowledge creation, environmental conservation, also land use, so on. And on the other hand, this side is mainly consideration to the city side, like community design, where social service, so on. And this is overlapped campus side and city side. There is a component of have to consider both university and city. They have need to cooperate and examine both sides. And this chart shows expansion to range of sustainability. Level A is sustainable construction and industry. Level B is sustainable built environment. There are totally physical field. Level C is sustainable communities, and level D is global sustainability. As levels grow up, increasing in complexity and number of actors, and also increasing collaboration and integration, and also increasing time frame. And there is increasing spatial boundary and time frame. Of course, university responsibility shall cross all these layers. So, we established Campus Master Plan 2006. According to I mentioned before, the basic concept of Campus Master Plan is building physical situation for the sustainable campus. This slide shows a timeline of strategy for the creating sustainable campus. Hokkaido University established Campus Master Plan 2006. In this master plan, one of the main aims is creating sustainable campus. For realizing this aim, Office for Sustainable Campus founded in 2011 here. On the following next year, in 2012, we have to the international symposium for the sustainable campus every year. The result of this symposium making use of creation action plan, and also sustainable campus assessment system. And from 2016 here, we will start now midterm plan. University have to make the best use of this result for the establishment. Next, campus master plan, because now master plan established 2006, there are 10 years, so we have to another third version. Then I will show you the former step a little more specifically. In the early stage here, we have to do the investigation action and networking. So we have researching investigate the United States and Europe and CS University. And also join to the another organization, for example, AC, and you mentioned the ISEP. From a result of this activity, we established action plan here. Moving next stage here. This stage is we have holding an international symposium and meeting, and we're keeping exchange and many ideas. So we established sustainable campus assessment system. Also, there is some research project here. There is a collaborate the foreign university, for example, University of Cambridge and Politecnico di Torino. There is an exchange researcher and officer come to the Hokkaido University and go to the other foreign university. So we have to make how to create indicator of establishment assessment system. Before creating sustainable campus assessment system for the ourselves, we have compared the existing system in the world. There are several assessment systems for the sustainable campus in the world. This chart is show the several assessment systems. So there is a STARS, new metrics, UI green metric or university ranking, current sustainability report card, and Univ. So there's a major system in the every part of the world. For example, STARS is very common. There is an association for the advancement of sustainability in higher education in North America and Canada. The joint participant is about 600 university and college. Also, there is a management of the University of research project in our 4 universities joined to the Hokkaido University. And this one is operated by the University of Indonesia in Asia. So this is running one. And current sustainability report card is Organization Sustainable Endowment Institute. And also Green League is in England NPO. So there is when starting this assessment system, you can see the almost major assessment system began to these 10 years. Here's a homepage copy in the stores. Also, we are enjoying the stars, so flag it. Yeah, so. And another flag is Kyoto University. And also, there is a green UI green network, but there's a very open in ranking here. So some university hate it. It's very interesting. So, and also there is a college sustainability report class. That's very helpful to how to make how to acting in toward the sustainable campus. And also there is a ranking system in England. So there is a name of the universities in England. So this slide shows a comparison of indicator with each assessment system here. So blue and green, this color shows the indicator of physical element. On the other hand, this color and purple color show the activity, university activity and management and system. You can see there are many indicators belonging in the physical element. So this just shows a number of indicators per evaluation factors. Most big ratio is physical element here, over 50%. Second is active. System and planning and administration is very small. So we study framework of assessment system from analysis of existing system. We selected 4 categories here: planning and administration, system, physical element, and activities. And these categories divided 15 fields, red character. So, such as planning and administration, air and climate, building, energy, grounds, transportation, waste, water, food and recycling, education, research, campus engagement, public engagement, and investment. We decided that these 15 fields have to contain more than half system and other essential indicators. Based on these analyses, we created a sustainable campus assessment system. Important role of assessment system is to check whether action plan is carried out. And for implementation of action plan, all stakeholders related to university need to ready for the action. So assessment system need to provide evaluation criteria which cover all of university action. This chart shows the framework of sustainable campus. This is forming base of the assessment system. These are three major directions. To improve campus sustainability. This is fit of common sense of in the world for the thinking about the three essential fields of environment, and economy and social for creating sustainable development. The campus correspondence environment and the university management corresponds local economy. And the social responsibility of campus correspondent of local society. Using this item and this area here, assessment system was established. And also this is shows the structure of the assessment system. There is 4 categories. One is management, education, research, environment, and local community. Number of criteria shows this figure. There is total number is 170. Criteria cover the holistic activity of the university. And the intention of assessment system is these 3 points. One is what is a component of sustainable campus. 2 is the first step for the creation of common understanding. 3rd is understanding for the character of own university and how to create strategy for the extend these characteristics. And also there is a general criteria list. In management there is 43 criteria, and education is 16, and environment is 77, and local community is 34. First category is management. Today I cannot introduce all of the contents, so I pick up distinguishing indicators. There is 8 fields, but I want to pay attention, highlight item here. But now the policy and overall plan, and secondly is asset management. Policy and overall plan is there a campus master plan with reference to the sustainability? Is a question, one question. Does the master plan contain the policy and the scheme to the contract the sustainable energy system and enhance the sustainability and besides the energy issue? So do you have a campus, not only campus master, not only physical setting. There is a join to the collaborating the field of energy. So we creating a campus master plan before I mentioned. And the second one is asset management. This question is the community. Is the community utilizing the university's facility on campus? I did Eckhard gave me the master plan of ICU, so I read the ICU master plan. So there is a very good connection to the surrounding community. There is your university is very good, I think. And the historical asset being preserved, open the public, and the information on the asset being designated. And also there the environmental policy and campus development plan to carry out in conjunction with the local community and environment. So we have a model plan. It's a very ancient facility in our university. There is an agricultural barn in the museum. So also there is a cafe in joined to the surrounding community in the campus. Second category is education and research. There are three fields, but not mention the details of the curriculum and research to various faculties originally. Focusing on how campus is being utilized for the sustainability education and research. There is a living laboratory and practical community research. Is the campus being used for sustainable research? Is university providing the incentive for the type of research? The researcher publishing the result of these research work. And also, there is a student side. Is the university supporting student activity related to sustainability? Does the university encourage off-campus internship? And the mechanism of being created for the student participation in overall university's sustainability planning and campus-wide activity. So there is an example for our university. So there is a trial to new mobility system here, and also a composting system using campus waste. And also, there is a sustainable campus contest, student presentation for the improving in the campus program. So we are selecting the best prize. So if student selecting the best prize, so there are real project. Third one is category is environment. There is 10 fields. I focus in the ecosystem and public space and landscape. Is there database in fish flora and fauna characteristic and distribution of campus recorded? And there are the ecosystem conservation plan. So I think it's a little bit high levels. So probably there is only few university in have this thinking about this campus. And this one is guideline for the building public space. So our university have this database system. A particular and complex ecosystem in campus keep biodiversity. Now we are trying to create a database like this, which shows the present situation for the ecosystem, including plants and animals. So there is using GPS system. So in that there is this one is have data in here. So there is a kind of plant and kind of tree and kind of name of animals. There is a public space. By studying open space setting and circulation system, we can propose a separate public space and emphasize the historical lawn and building setting and also the central mall. There is a historical area in our campus, so there is a faculty of agriculture and there is a central lawn. And also we are creating this quadrangle area and there's a central mall and also there is a historical And also, there is existing station. There is many conjunction in the bicycle people and automobile, but there is a move in this improved for the people like that. Also, there is some central area of campus, so changing this situation. Also, there is no part of campus. There is freshman come to here, so we have to make this character, area character here. And also make there is an existing station, so but there is a new information center in the front of the gate. There is many also, you know, our university campus come to many people come to for the sightseeing. So they are best and some drink coffee and they are less in this information center. And also this indicator is management, energy management, and guideline for the design for the architecture. There is a criteria for the energy saving design in the entire university. So there is I mentioned the information center before, but there is using some environmentally friendly architecture because they used geothermal heating pump and photovoltaic power generation. And this slide shows the guide of the building setting. So 25 meters setback from the central mall here. If we construct architecture along the central mall, so we have to set back 25 meters. So there is existing campus area, and there's former there is a farmland. So because we are developing north side, so we have to make the same situation in the southern part of campus. Also, there is a guideline for the case of building construction. Energy saving, long life and flexibility, eco-material, environmental preservation for the formation of campus, escape, security. And these 5 axes for the sustainable campus architecture. And there is a new one of architecture in the Faculty of Engineering in the Department of Architecture. And this building uses geothermal heating also, and underground temperature is warm in winter and cold in summer, you know. So it was set up a ventilation pipe in the underground. So natural ventilation using double skin system. Another one is transportation. As an implementation plan being formulated with a circulation design that controls the amount of vehicle, pedestrian, and bicycle traffic enters the university. And also, there is a circulation plan and implementation plan for the bicycle and pedestrian traffic. And also, it's an implementation plan being formulated with a circulation design that connect to the campus surrounding transportation network. So there is investigated the destination of the vehicle which entered the campus. There is many vehicles go through the campus because entrance gate is here and here, very limited, and the directions all of the campus. So there is a very far to the destination, so many people across the campus. Especially much number of vehicles towards zone A and zone B here without a neighboring gate, because this part of there is no gate. There is close to the campus here to here. Based on this analysis, it is being examined where the new gate is installed here. This is with the big problem. Fourth category is local community. Local community is divided 5 fields. Remarkable criteria is disaster prevention and the role of the university after the strike. This category, this field is only Japanese system, this system only. Any other evaluation system, for example, Sust, there is no this category. Because we have many destroyed in Hokk areas. Is disaster prevention plan at the local area development and the collaboration between the university and local community? Is there a plan continue the education research after the strike? This is a BCP, like a BCP. And there is a contract office for the local community, and is adequate local information and knowledge disseminated by the university to the local people. So our university and the city of Sapporo made agreement for the sustainable community design. Early stage, this agreement is making long-term energy vision until 2015. Not only energy field, we are collaborate many aspects of future community design in Sapporo. So this is total content of assessment system. This slide shows how to score this assessment system each criteria. Each criteria have 2 points. To put it simply, if you answer the criteria was done, so you can get that 2 points. And if one criteria is not applicable to your university, you can accept this criteria. And calculate scoring percentage by each category. So this is and if you want to, how your university how to rank in as a university, so we have this chart. So this ratio is under 45, so its rank is bronze, or over 65 is gold. This is like a stars. And this is a result of trial and run powered by Architectural Institute Japan. So there is 6 universities result in 6 national university result. So there is many type. So this category is a balanced type, but there is management and environment and oriented, and there is local community and research and education oriented. It is And this is the result of Hokkaido University. This figure shows the improvement of category of local community here. Because we make agreement with Sapporo City and about community design, in this way, there is some improvement point. This result is reflecting the scoring ratio of assessment system immediately. There is black line is 2013 and red line is 2014. And also there is this graph is scoring ratio of each field. Our university weak public space and energy and resources and facility and community service. It's our challenging point. Finally, in 2014, we have carried out a pilot program. This is trial for the all of Japanese university. We distribute about 700 university in Japanese university to distribute this assessment system. So also, this is a result. 63 universities were registered and 35 university answered. Also, overseas university joined one university from Thailand. So there is very interested in this system. We have created input system on the internet. This slide shows the data input picture. If you are interested in this system, you can please visit in this URL. So first, you are some information for me. So we distribute the password, so you can enter the system. This is a red chart of the entire score ratio of 34, not include Thailand University, only Japanese University. So this ratio is about 50%. So each category, each indicator has, I think each indicator probability of difficulty. And this chart is shows the comparison score ratio according to the establishment body. There is large-scale national university. There is expect large-scale universities, international university, and there is a public university. Also, there is a private universities. Yeah, you can see that the environment ratio is very high in the large-scale national university, but another category is a little bit weak. Compared to this local community, is every category is very high. So totally balanced in the large-scale national university. Let's grasp more details. This score ratio divided by indicator field. The upper graph is national university except large-scale university, and there is a large-scale universities, and also public and private. There is a comparison in the four category. Every category weak the ecosystem. before I mentioned the ecosystem such as we have a database system is very high, difficult to every university catch up. And also there is management area. So for example, network of the other university for the sustainability and personal training is weak of public or private. And also in the public there is energy resource and basic equipment facilities are really weak. So on. It's a very interesting really different situation in each university. Last one is my conclusion. The direction of sustainable campus assessment. First one is it is not only in the evaluation of energy consumption. Evaluation of the total activity of university is very important. And also, we have to make an establishment of network for the data collection. And a good example, because we have this system has 170 indicators. There is total activity in the university. Almost university don't have gathering this information in the same place, same people. But how to sustainability to goes up? This data collection is very important, I think. And another one is a synergetic relationship between the university and city is very important. And also, it's one of the aim of the sustainable campus. Improvement of the quality of the campus setting also goes up in the quality of life in campus people. And also supporting the continuous activity for the creating sustainable campus. This is my last slide. This is all end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
So now we are well over 5 minutes for questions. Please, everybody, you can ask a question.
Yes, I'm from Takao University, so we also have a large campus, but not so large as you or ICU. As you mentioned in your slides, there are many issues where carbon dioxide reduction or green technology can be implemented. You mentioned policy, there are some guidelines for policy or for the city, and then the university performance, the buildings itself, and the third was education. Education is probably the cheapest one, but the longest long-term. And can you give a guideline which are your preferences and which is your experience which has most effective impact for green technology?
Focusing on green technology.
Yes, yes. Or carbon dioxide reduction.
Yes. Now we are first. Our action is how many use in the energy in the campus. So we are everyone checking in the from home page to the how many amount of for example electricity and gas so on. So this is like a dashboard in Takao. So there's very important first step. And next step, so how to reduce. So now we are we have many faculty and research institutes. So every faculty, every institute, we are special people selected in who divide information for the reduce. Today is very high, so please reduce electricity or some energy. So you are often the personal computer and classrooms lighting. So on. This is a second. And third one is also there is a very comparative way of strategy. One of these are technical approach. So the using photonic voltage system and thermal energy for other kind of biodiversities or so such kind of energy system. Nice.
Further questions? Yes.
So I can hear although as well. I don't have the whole perspective of your presentation, but the last figure that is management and environment and education, research and local community. That is square figure is very interesting for me.
Yes, sir.
Still 2-3 pages before this the square figure, and that is yes. Are there total evaluation of these 4 elements to into a single score? Is there a single score for the whole evaluation scoring? So is there any ratio or aggregate number of the whole performance?
There is a average ratio in this category. So in more detail, there is many. For example, there is 77 like indicator in here. So because there is in the environmental field in this category field. So for example, this large-scale national university very strong in the transportation and public space, but there is a weak on the ecosystem and energy resource.
So can we get a single number about the performance of the environmental protection as a whole?
Yes, yes.
As a whole, is there any single score? For example, Hokkaido, the environmental scores of Hokkaido University is somewhat better than that of Tokyo University or so. Is that possible?
I'm not clear, so environmental score.
Maybe there's a square and there's 4 numbers. But can these 4 numbers be weighted and accumulated into just one number for one university?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Fiji University has strong in environmental score, but in now we have gathering data. Each university not open your university's name, so we are show the average score.
Okay, you disclose the scores or this not the problem, but can you get the performance indicator that the environmental protection of Hokkaido University is somewhat better direction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are 35 university. Back to answer. Your university is a strong compared to other universities. So some consultation letter from back to each university.
And in order to make that system, have you reviewed the similar types of rating of business companies?
I understand, not understand other institution in the field of, for example, the private company. But in the Japanese society, Japanese environment field, so there is a CASB is environmental performance evaluation ratio system. So first we studied the CASB system because there's a very former and there is many example in the architectural field. But this is only in physical architectural measurement. But I mentioned about the university's activities as a whole. So we are remake in these four categories.
Yeah, from my personal experience as a president of Sustainable Management Forum, this type of figure is somewhat difficult to understand for beginner stakeholders.
Yeah.
So this scale there is somewhat difficult to understand. What is the average figure? What not is very hard to understand. So I recommend tree model. Tree model is still somewhat easier to understand for beginner stakeholders. So, for example, you have 4 elements to evaluate the whole performance: management, and CSR, and education, and research, and environment. So maybe there's a big sum and 4 elements. That is a part of the tree and leaves means local community responsibility, or one is the environment. Also. The total form is tree.
Yes.
So then you put color to it, red, yellow, green, and the worst case is the leaf that leaf falls. Then at one glance, one can understand the situation very easy. Yeah. But only it's my personal opinion.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Unfortunately, time is over. I think it would be very interesting to continue this discussion. Professor Hada, please, last question.
I'm very much interested in your presentation as a specific action for sustainability. And I'm curious about 2 points. The first point is this, you are thinking much of this good relationship between the university and the city or the citizens. So do you happen to have any kinds of response from the citizens or cities? So that's one thing, one question. And the other question is, I also think about evaluate this program, assessment system, or this kind of talk is a good introduction for the environmental education for your students of university. So I'd like, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. And how to relate to the local community surrounding the campus. So one point is some lecture join to the join to the local committee and open the local committee. So many people come to the like here. So many professors come to the same thing. About, for example, there is a environmental for chemicals and sustainability. So many professors come to the one lecture and change the lecture. So they have to get some credit. And also, second one is
I think this is a very kind of good environmental education,
yes,
introduction
yeah,
to the university. University.
Yes, that is very close. In this lecture is also joined to the our student, so they have to get credit, and also local communities people get another credit. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give another performance.